We're on deck. On deck is exam 80, section 1, question number 12. The issue presented, which one of the following, if true, most helps to explain the failure of the strategy involving wolves? Just stop for a second. There's going to be some strategy, obviously involving wolves, and it's not going to work out, and we have to explain why. Okay, ready. That's issue identification. That's where everything begins. If you're imprecise in your issue identification, you get dead. Okay, now I got it. Let me put my slash mark. Slash mark after plants, slash mark after vegetation. Again, gives me the design, 3 sentences. Let me just read this now. In a national park located on an island, a herd of moose was increasing in number and threatening to destroy the species of native plants. You gotta stop. Just absorb that, all right? You got a species of moose, and they're endangering the native plant. It's mine. Next sentence. Wolves were introduced to the island to reduce the herd and thereby prevent destruction of the vegetation. I think we have the strategy. The strategy is let the wolves eat the moose. Yes? Okay. So we introduced wolves. Although the wolves prospered, the moose herd continued to grow. So it's very similar to whatever that was, question number 5 or 6. Remember it was the one with the abalone, like how did they get larger when you put a prey in with them? I mean, it's the same thing, right? You say, how come this didn't work? Well, hang on a second. The work has got to be done before you go to the answer choices. You stop and say, all right, so the wolves are doing fine. The wolves are chowing down, all right? So I guess they could be chowing down on something else, but let's presuppose the wolves are actually enjoying regular dinner of moose. Okay, but the moose herd is increasing. Well, how do you explain that? Well, stop. Do you think moose get sick? Maybe moose have disease. Maybe when moose are sick and they have disease, they are easier to catch, and maybe you chow down on them. Just saying. Okay, let's see what we have here. A, does it help resolve this to say the presence of wolves in an area tends to discourage other predators from moving into the area? Well, no, that wouldn't help solve this at all, because we want other predators, at least predators of the moose, to come in because the moose are eating up all the vegetation. B, attempts to control moose populations in other national parks by introducing predators have been unsuccessful. Okay? But that doesn't explain the why. It just says, yes, they were unsuccessful. We're trying to figure out why, because they're eating the wolves. They're eating the moose. C, wolves often kill moose weakened by diseases that probably would have spread to other moose. Hello? Yes? Yes, hello? Right? Yes? Okay. I'm gone on C. We'll read D and E, right? But again, you want to be lawyers, right? So you got to be lawyers. You got to work from conviction, the grounded conviction, and you have to be somewhat aggressive. G, healthy moose generally consume more vegetation than do those that are diseased or injured. Well, what has that got to do with the paradox? But we put the wolves in there. The wolves are doing just fine, but the moose are not getting less. It's not helping me at all. E, moose that are too old to breed are just as likely to die of natural causes as of attack by wolves. Again, if you're too old to breed, I guess you probably matter less. Right? That fails to address the issue at hand, which is we put the wolves in there to chow down on the moose. They're chowing down, but the moose herd is growing. And answer choice C is the answer choice that's credited. C for Caligula.